Which famous saying isn't really true in your opinion? In Poland we have a stupid saying that goes, only the guilty one explains himself. Don't know if there's an English equivalent. Do what you love and the money will follow. I did what I loved for almost 20 years. The money did not follow. At least things can't get any worse. I mean, a lot of famous sayings contradict each other. Do birds of a feather flock together, or do opposites attract? Is it out of sight, out of mind, or does absence make the heart grow fonder? Also, my mom always told me, quit while you're ahead, but my dad always said, quitters never win. So now I'm not sure how to end this game of Monopoly. I'm sweating like a pig. Pigs don't sweat. That's why they roll in mud to cool off. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. True at times, but definitely not always the case. Everything happens for a reason. I can't prove this is wrong, but I have a suspicion. There's no such thing as a bad student or follower, only a bad teacher or leader. I've been all of the above, and there definitely are bad students and bad followers. Love means never having to say you're sorry. No, 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 no. Love means always saying you're sorry when you make your partner feel bad. You can sleep when you're dead. No, we all need sleep now. If you can't handle me at my worst, you don't deserve me at my best. Good things come to those who wait. Patience is definitely a virtue, however it simply cannot and should not be applied on everything. Striking while the iron is hot has proven to be much more to the point for me than being patient. Slow and steady wins the race. Slow and steady will finish, but not win. There's an old saying in Tennessee, I know it's in Texas, probably in Tennessee, that says, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me, you can't get fooled again. George W. Bush. Wisdom comes with age. Wisdom is not a rite of passage. It does not arrive automatically if you live long enough. Wisdom comes with experience and true reflection. More often than not, old age turns up on its own. Love conquers all. Update, it does not. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Nope, it might leave you traumatized for the rest of your life. He who smelt it dealt it. Come on. Distance makes the heart grow fonder. In my experience, distance makes the heart move on. Edit. Another variation of this saying is, absence makes the heart grow fonder. I've heard both. I think in this context absence and distance are similar, the meaning isn't specifically physical distance. Opposites attract. Not in my experience. Every opposite I found made me yearn for things in common. I before E except after C. Weird. If you murder a murderer, the number of murderers in the world stays the same. Like, what if you had been a murderer prior to killing him? The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over, but expecting different results. Albert Einstein 1. That is not the definition of insanity 2. Albert Einstein didn't say it. Do what you love and you will never work a day in your life. Complete BS. I run a high-end photography studio. I work 60+ hours a week. I wear all the hats. Do I love it? Yes. Do I work my ass off? Also yes. The customer is always right. No. No, they not. If you have to quote this to anyone who works in customer service, you are probably an asshole. Edit. The explanation of the original quote meaning makes sense. It's a shame that the bastardized version is now used as a weapon by people with huge senses of entitlement to get one over minimum wage workers. Good things come to those who wait. In my experience, nobody really believes that, and the only people who will ever say that to you are actually actively taking things from you. So many. The customer is always right. Do what you love and you'll never work a day. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. In general, most sayings are so trite and faulty. I also hate the onslaught of irrational, inspirational quotes. A flower does not consider the flower next to it, it simply blooms. Cool. But we have frontal lobes and shit. Everyone gets what they deserve. And any of its related phrases. People that do bad things never get their comeuppance, and people that do good things don't get rewarded. All the time. Flattery will get you nowhere. The opposite tends to be true. Money won't make you happy. Happy wife, happy life. I love my wife and family, but I don't base my entire happiness and self-worth on my wife's happiness. In our house, we prefer happy spouse, happy house. No smoke without fire. God will never give you more than you can handle. Not true. Every suicide and mental health crisis is evidence of the contrary. The heart wants what the heart wants. No kidding. As an adult you learn self-control. Blood is thicker than water. It's basically an excuse to stay with family who abuse you. You can stop talking, seeing family who mistreat you. Just because they are family doesn't mean you have to put up with it. ETA. As people have stated, the full quote is different and misinterpreted. However, that doesn't stop people using the quote, blood is thicker than water, with the meaning of blood family is everything. My opinion still stands. Not really an official saying, but I've always disliked the phrase shark-infested waters. It's not an infestation, that's their natural habitat. Life is like a box of chocolates, you never know what you're gonna get. 1. You are getting chocolate 2. If you're talking about specific chocolates, there is also a sheet telling you what each chocolate is called and what's in it. 3. Most boxes of chocolates I have had before, so I know exactly what's in them. I always refer to a comic book artist I heard on a podcast. Find a job you love and you'll never work a day in your life is bullshit. It's more like, find a job you love and you'll work harder than you ever have because you'll always want to be the best. Similarity, this tweet I saw. Find a job you love, and you'll lose all sense of personal boundaries as you let them pile on more work. You get what you pay for. It's not always the case. School days are the best days of your life. Great, so I've peaked at 18 without actually peaking. Thanks, Mom. Also sayings that have literally become the opposite of their original meaning. Blood is thicker than water, family is best, right? Original saying. The blood of the covenant is thicker than the water of the womb, literal exact meaning. I could care less, incorrect. Everything happens for a reason. My mum has spent the last 20 years of her life suffering with mus. 5 of which they thought were strokes, so gave her the wrong meds that fast-tracked her body's failure. She's entered the last stage of multiple sclerosis 5 years ago at the age of 43. She looks twice her age, can't walk or do anything for herself and has brain damage. Why? So she can be a husk of a woman at 47? So she can be tested? What type of fucking test is that? The universe is random and cruel, things just happen. Things turn out for the best in the end. No, sometimes it's an irreversible downward spiral to oblivion. You can't love someone else until you love yourself. That's absolute horseshit. I hated myself for most of my life, but I still love my kids, family, friends and, when I am in a relationship, my partner. It's going to get easier. So far I've only learned to work with it. Sticks and stones may break my bones, but names will never hurt me. Sticks and stones only hurt for a very short time, names can hurt for a lifetime. Trickle-down economy. Crime doesn't pay, crime totally pays and is tax-free. In fact, it pays so well that criminals try to pay taxes on it. It should be, crime doesn't pay for stupid people. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. What about a spine injury that leaves you paralyzed?